one, action.
Hello, everybody. I will talk without the microphone because I feel uncomfortable with the microphone, and so all the other members. We are here to tell you something about the power of connection, and we are Pete Bareš, that's me. Then we have Miriam from Poland. Then we have Quentin from France and Sarah from France. And we are here to talk about our opinions on the social networks and connections and internet. First of all, I will start with the flow of the presentation. We will talk about the data. I will tell you some numbers because everybody loves numbers nowadays. Then we have some internet culture. That's the funny part. But the connection is getting weaker. It's pretty serious stuff. And the conclusion, of course. So Mark Zuckerberg, what did he say? He said that by giving people the power to share, we are making the world more transparent. Like Facebook has been here since 2009. Do you feel the world is more transparent or not?
It
I
is.
don't know. Do you think it's more transparent? Are you really sure about this? This is 44 trillion gigabyte of data, which we will generate by 2020. This amount of data, can you imagine the amount of data? I don't think so. If you put all the data in iPhone 6, 64 gigabyte version, and we will put them on top of each other, it will create a line which is 4,743,000,000 kilometers long, which is like 100 times to the moon and back. So this is the amount of data we will generate. And this amount of data doubles every 2 years. So at the end, what do we do with the data? Basically nothing, because we can use or analyze only 0.5% of the data. And the conclusion of this, like, it's not getting transparent. We are just generating more and more stuff. There are like hundreds of millions messages sent every day. And also like the transparency is not really working because people are abusing it for their own, they can use it like propaganda stuff, which is also dangerous. And so with this number, we can see that there is a big potential. We have still a lot of data to analyze, but I don't think so we can do this. We will see in the future. It's still like 2009, it's been a few years to see the real impact of the social networks on the people. So in 10 years, maybe we will say something else. And now the internet culture.
So today I would like to talk to you about the internet culture. As we say before, now we generate a lot of content, and now with the power of connection, we are able to know the same thing. Like when someone uploads something on Facebook, it can be viral, and it can be on the global scale. It can be known by everyone. So I'm going to speak to you about the internet culture. So what is the internet culture? So it's a culture that is used by the computer and all the network, and it's for communication, entertainment, or even for businesses. So it's also a social phenomena that can be called as a meme. So I don't know if you know what is a meme, but basically a meme, it's a joke, let's say, that goes on the internet and can be known by everyone. In all the country, we can know what is this meme. So what is the impact of a meme? Actually, there's 3 big impacts on the world. First of all, it increases the connection and interaction with people. Like when we saw a very funny meme or something very exciting, we'll speak about it to our friends, to our family, to our colleague. So it increases the interaction with people. Second of all, it also have an impact on traditional medias because now TV, cinema, newspaper, they're all getting interested by this new trend and they want to understand what is going on the internet. And finally, sometimes it can be used even in marketing, so that prove that those events are very important. So I don't know if you know this meme. It's a baby, the success kid. It was a funny image, funny joke that was going on the internet in 2010, I would say. And it was used by Virgin Media recently in their marketing campaign. So now to prove you that we all have some knowledge on international meme, even though I'm coming from a different country than you, I'll show you 4 big memes that went on in 2015, and I'll ask you if you know them. Wait, what is? Okay. I hope it's not too loud. Tell me if you know this music. Do you know what is it or not? Have you heard of this music before or not? Yeah? How many people? How many people know this music? Yeah, you heard of it or not? Yeah. So this was a music that was called the Harlem Shake. Wait, can I? So this Harlem Shake, it was a phenomenon in 2013. It came viral in 2013, and basically it was people putting this music that we just heard, and they were then like going all crazy, like dancing everywhere, and it was kind of funny in the beginning, but then it went crazy. People were doing it all the time, in school, in the army, in businesses. They didn't care anymore. They just wanted to perform this Harlem Shake, and it was very funny. It went viral on YouTube, and people were performing it everywhere. So that was the first one. Second one, have you heard or seen this thing before or not?
Mm-hmm.
It's a dress, but what is the special thing about this dress? Does anyone know what is the special thing about this image?
Color.
Yeah, the color we see. Okay, so this was a very famous event that went on in late January 2015. And basically, this image can be seen by different people completely differently. Some people, like me, will see it white and gold, and other people will see it blue and black. So again, it was a meme that went out on Tumblr, social media, and every country will start speaking about it. Which color is it? Some people see different colors. New, like medias, everyone was speaking about it. Then this one. Have you heard of this one or not? Yeah? Some people. Do you know it?
Chinese image.
Yeah, it's Chinese. So it was very popular in China. Basically, it was called the collarbone challenge, and it was hundreds of people were trying to put coins on their collarbone to know how skinny they are and to know how many coins they could put on their collarbone. So obviously, I could barely put one in me, but this person could put like more than 10. So yeah, that was again a very popular challenge that was getting very interested by the newspapers, stuff like that. And the last one. Have you heard of this one or not? Yeah, as like a challenge, yeah. So this one is a bit special because it wasn't just about funny stuff, it was actually for a campaign, ASL, for people having disease. And basically, a lot of people were putting pouring a ice water on their face, and like the physical reaction, we get all frozen, and this is what this disease is doing. So it was again a meme. It went viral on the internet. People, very famous people, even Obama, did this thing. So that proves again that the internet can be very, very powerful, and it can really affect all the medias now. Now,
So this is my turn. I think I will speak more about the relation we have with technology, with the connection, and like you can see on this advertisement, internet can be a window on the world. That means internet is a tool to make you able to connect yourself to all the world, all the knowledge. You can accurate everything with internet, relation, knowledge, a point of view about politics, about everything. And the fact is, now internet, it's a beautiful tool that we use every day for everything. If you want to know where are Fiji Island, you type it on Google, you can know it. If you want to know where did Sarah go for holiday, you go on Facebook, you see picture, you know where she went. If you want to see a cat video on YouTube, up, it's done, you get it. But the thing is, right now, it's not only a tool for us, it's more like the way we live right now. And I think we can't imagine we live without connection, without internet. How do you use it? No, So the thing is, we are living too much with internet right now, and so the connection is getting stronger, but it's getting stronger with internet. We live our life through internet, but connection between people are weaker. We don't care about people. Now when we talk to your friend, you can take your phone, type a message, and don't really care about what she or her is saying. You don't really care. And the fact is, right now, it's messy in our life. Actually, will explain.
Okay, I will tell you a short story. Once I spoke with my mother about having arguments with boys. And what she told me that if you argue with boys, it doesn't mean that it's not a man for you, obviously. And that makes me realize that she doesn't understand our generation gap. What's the difference? When my mother was my age, my father was studying in another city. They were writing letters. Basically, the letter come like 3 days. When my father wrote something that made my mother mad, before she answered, there was like 1 day that she had to calm down. And before she even started writing, the whole thing already got smaller. My boyfriend is 8,000 kilometers away from me right now, and we can be in the middle of the fight right now. So you don't really have to know it, but it can be this way. And basically, I can speak with him anywhere I am, unless my battery is not low. So the problem is that it's totally different these days. And I don't know, don't you think, guys, that we may be missing something because of this?
Okay. So this is a conclusion. Okay, push button. Okay. I'm good with that. Not with technological. So I tried to find an example to support our idea about connection in internet and the fact we use it too much. So I tried to take sport. Like that guy, he do sport every day for his body, for getting more muscle. I don't know, maybe for his health, you know. But the thing is, some people do it, but too much. They take protein to make their job easier, to get muscle easier, faster. And some people do. I'm very bad at that. Oh, thank you. Do some kind of thing like that. You know, it's injection, steroid. You know, I'm sure you know that. So they do sport, but not really. They just put stuff on them and they get stronger. And we would like to explain how that example can be turned into internet and our relation with internet, like you will say.
Okay. Look at this picture. I think that it brings like kind of happy emotions. Like several weeks ago, I was speaking with my parents during Easter, and I almost felt like I was there. So I think that this is the great example of how internet gives us profits, how it's a good tool that really is good for us. And yeah, this is this one side that shows us that yeah, it's all is for people, so we can use it and we can have something good from this. But it can also it can also bring some damages. I wish, I guess that none of us would like to look like the image of the person at the end. This is what our using smartphones every day can bring. Like, for example, right now, a couple people's here are looking on their phone, and it's like obviously under the desk, so you bend your head and you hurt your back. This is just one of the examples, because obviously the damages that this kind of globalization and connection can bring us is more. But we just wanted to show you today that it all depends on us how we use it. Is it good or bad? So everything is for people, but we should measure in which point it gives us profit and in which point it brings damage to our life. So let's not get addicted, guys. Let's have control.
That's right.
Thank you.
12 minutes.